Have you ever noticed how in your early 20s you could stay up till 2 a.m., survive on caffeine, and somehow still get things done? But now you sit down to work for 15 minutes, and suddenly your brain feels fried? And the weird part is, you're probably trying harder now than you did before. So what happened? Most people over 30 don't actually become lazy. Their lives just become heavier. Your brain is carrying invisible tabs all day. Your job, bills, family, future, health, responsibilities, and exhaustion. That's why your focus feels different now. The problem isn't that you need more discipline. It's that your old productivity system stopped matching your real life. And this is the part nobody tells you. Most productivity advice online is designed for people with unlimited energy, unlimited time, and almost no responsibilities. Wake up at 5 a.m., work 12 hours, journal, meditate, cold shower, build a side hustle. Meanwhile, you're just trying to answer emails without feeling mentally dead. After 30, your brain also stops responding well to pressure-based motivation. In your 20s, panic and deadlines could fuel you. But now, constant pressure just creates mental fatigue. That's why so many people feel unmotivated even when they deeply care about their goals. Burnout doesn't always look dramatic either. Sometimes it looks like staring at your laptop for 20 minutes, scrolling late at night because your brain can't process one more decision, or being busy all day while accomplishing nothing important. The real shift is this. Productivity after 30 is no longer about maximizing output. It's about managing energy, attention, and recovery. That's the new game. Most people think they need better time management, but usually they need better friction management. Tiny invisible frictions like unfinished tasks, constant notifications, decision fatigue, and mental clutter slowly destroy focus. Your brain isn't failing, it's overloaded. So instead of building your routines around motivation, start building them around reducing resistance. Don't ask, how do I stay motivated? Ask, how do I make starting easier? Productive adults usually aren't more motivated, they just make things easier to begin. Instead of saying, I'll work out for an hour, they put on gym clothes and go downstairs. Instead of finishing an entire project in one night, they open the file and work for 10 minutes. It sounds simple, but that's why it works. Your brain resists pressure, but it accepts momentum. Another huge thing people ignore is recovery. Most adults are mentally overstimulated all the time. You wake up, check notifications, work while distracted, scroll while eating, and watch something while trying to sleep. Your attention never resets, and eventually your focus collapses. That's why vacations sometimes make people feel human again, not because they became more disciplined, but because their nervous system finally slowed down. So create small recovery moments during the day. 10 minutes without your phone, a short walk, silence in the car, or listening to music without multitasking. These things seem small, but your brain notices them immediately. And here's what nobody expects. Rest is not a reward for productivity anymore. Rest is what makes productivity possible. Another mistake people make is measuring themselves by daily performance. After 30, consistency matters more than intensity, but social media makes people think every day should feel like high-performance grind mode. Real productivity at this stage of life often looks boring. Answering a few important emails, doing one meaningful task, and keeping promises to yourself consistently. But that stability matters more than emotional hype. One focused hour today is better than burning yourself out for 3 days trying to feel productive. And honestly, a lot of productivity problems after 30 are actually emotional problems, not laziness. Financial pressure, relationship stress, fear about the future, and feeling behind in life all create mental clutter that destroys concentration. Your brain can't fully focus when it constantly feels unsafe. That's why sometimes you sit down to work, but your mind keeps escaping. Instead of blaming yourself, understand that your exhaustion has emotional weight attached to it. Once you realize that, you stop treating yourself like a broken machine and start building systems with compassion instead of punishment. And strangely enough, That usually makes you more productive because shame drains energy while clarity restores it. One practical shift that helps a lot is this. Stop trying to organize your entire life and just identify your main thing for the day. The one task that would make the day feel meaningful if completed. Overloaded adults often fail from overplanning, not underplanning. Huge task lists create mental resistance before the day even begins, but one meaningful target creates clarity, and clarity reduces anxiety. Finally, stop comparing your current energy to your younger self. Your life, responsibilities, mental load, and priorities are different now, so productivity has to evolve too. This chapter of life is not about proving how much you can suffer. It's about building systems you can actually sustain even when life gets messy. Real productivity isn't waking up motivated every morning. It's creating a life where you can still move forward on difficult days. So if your productivity collapsed after 30, maybe your brain isn't broken. Maybe you've simply outgrown hustle-based productivity, and honestly, that's probably a good thing. Start smaller, reduce friction, protect your energy, and focus on consistency over intensity. Try one small change tonight, because rebuilding your focus doesn't happen through pressure. It happens through sustainable momentum, and once that momentum returns, everything starts feeling possible again.